Study Unit 2. This presentation covers exploratory research using qualitative and observation methods. In this presentation, you will learn qualitative and quantitative research methods and their appropriateness in creating useful managerial information. The basic pros and cons of using qualitative methods of data collection and focus group and observation methods. There are two basic ways to collect primary data: observation and questioning. Observation records human behavior or market phenomenon, while questioning and recording is to obtain a person's attitude, feelings, and behaviors. Quantitative research methods use formal questions and predetermined responses in questionnaires administered to large numbers of respondents. There are several goals of quantitative methods: to make accurate prediction about relationships between marketing factors and behaviors, to obtain meaningful insights into those relationships, to validate relationships, and to test hypotheses. Qualitative research methods focus on data collection of text or image using open-ended questions, observations, or found data. The goal is to understand participants and probe deeply into areas that quantitative research is too superficial to pursue. Research is usually based on small samples, and data analysis typically involves content analysis and interpretation. It is difficult for researchers to generalize qualitative data to a population of interest. There are many differences between these two approaches with respect to their research objectives and goals. Type of research, type of questions, time of execution, generalizability to target population, type of analysis, and researcher skill requirements. Advantages and disadvantages of qualitative research methods. The advantages include speed of data collection, richness of data, accuracy of recording behaviors, and access to insights for model building. The disadvantages include lack of generalizability, difficulty in estimating magnitude of phenomena, low reliability, difficulty in finding interviewers and observers, and reliance on subjective interpretation. In-depth interviews refers to a formal process in which a well-trained interviewer asks subjects a set of semi-structured questions in a face-to-face setting. Interviewers use probing questions to elicit more detailed information. In-depth interviews offer the advantage of flexibility, variety of topics and data forms, opportunity to probe, and highly detailed data. In-depth interviews have all the limitations of other qualitative methods, including lacking generalizability, reliability, and the ability to distinguish small differences. Inaccurate findings may be caused by introduction of interviewer-respondent artifact, respondent bias, or interviewer errors. Other factors that limit the use of the approach are the costs and extensive length of time. Focus group research refers to a formal process of bringing a small group of people together for interactive, spontaneous discussion on one particular topic or concept. Focus group typically consists of 8 to 12 people meeting for up to 2 hours. The fundamental idea is that one person's response will spark comments from other members, creating synergy among participants. Its success relies heavily on group dynamics, the willingness of members to engage in an interactive dialogue. Conducting focus groups involves 3 logical phases. Phase 1. Planning the focus group study. Phase 2. Conducting the focus group discussions. Phase 3. Analyzing and reporting the results. In planning the focus group interviews, the size of the focus group is typically between 8 to 12. Smaller groups have less energy available for a group session. Too many makes it difficult for everyone to express their thoughts. One issue is making sure that enough participants actually show up for the session, so over-recruitment is necessary. Through using professional recruiters, personalized invitations and follow-up phone calls help secure a person's willingness to participate. Incentives are needed to accommodate the time and effort involved in participation. For focus group, money is the best incentive. The advantages of using money as an incentive include: it is immediately recognized, it is portable and fits into smaller space, most people like to receive immediate cash, and it has a proven track record of working. Number of sessions. In terms of number of sessions, there is no set standard, but multiple focus groups may be held to address an issue. In terms of locations, focus group can be held in the client's conference room, the moderator's home, a meeting room, or an office, or hotel meeting room, or professional focus group facility. The major advantages of using focus groups are that they stimulate new ideas, thoughts, and feelings about a topic. They foster understanding of why people act or how they behave in certain market situations. They allow client participation. They ensure breadth of topic covered, and they enable information on special market segments. The major weaknesses are inherently similar to those of qualitative methods, including the inability to generalize results, questions of data reliability, subjectivity of interpretation, and high cost per participant. Other types of qualitative data collection include case studies, experience interviews, protocol interviews, articulative interviews, ethnography, ethnography, and projective techniques. Case studies are exploratory research designs that involve intense investigation of one or a few past problem situations. The case study approach is used for any research that is likely to be similar for several past situations. Experience interviews are face-to-face interviews that use questions to gather opinions from people considered to be knowledgeable on the issue of the research problem. Protocol interviewing places a person in a specific decision-making situation and asks the person to verbally express the process and activities they are considered in making a decision. Articulative interviews are qualitative group interviews that focus on listening for and identifying key conflicts in a person's orientation values towards products and services. A projective technique is an indirect method of questioning that enables a subject to project beliefs and feelings onto a third party, into a task situation, or onto an inanimate subject. A word association test is a projective technique in which the subject is presented with a list of words or short phrases, one at a time, and asked to respond with the first thoughts that comes to mind. A sentence completion test is a projective technique where subjects are given a set of incomplete sentences and asked to complete them in their own words. A picture test is a technique where the subjects are given a picture and instructed to describe their reactions by writing a short narrative story about the picture. The semantic apperception test, TAT, is a specific projective technique that presents the subject with a series of pictures and asks them to provide a description or a story about the pictures. A cartoon or balloon task is a technique in which the subject is given a cartoon drawing and suggests a dialogue of the characters. Lastly, in role-playing interviews, the subject is asked to act out someone else's behavior in a specific setting. Observation methods are tools researchers use to collect primary data about human behavior marketing phenomena. A great deal of information can be observed, including physical actions, expressive behaviors, verbal behavior, temporal behavioral patterns, spatial relationships and locations, physical objects, and so on. The primary characteristic is that researchers must watch and record what people or objects do rather than relying on them to report their behaviors. Observation can be described in terms of four characteristics: directness, awareness, structure, and type of observing mechanism. Direct observation is the process of observing actual behavior, activities, or events and recording them as they occur. Indirect observation uses methods to observe the artifacts that represent behaviors from earlier time periods. Awareness refers to the degree to which subjects consciously know their behavior is being observed and recorded. When subjects are unaware, the observation is termed disguised. For example, mystery shopping is a disguised observation technique. Structures refers to the degree to which the behaviors or events are known to the researcher prior to the observation. Unstructured observation is that which places no restrictions on what should be recorded. Types of observation methods include mechanical electronic observation devices, scanner-based panels, scanner technology, and clickstream behavior. There are many devices that can be used to measure physiological reactions. For example, Voice Pitch Analyzer is a computer system that measures emotional responses by changes in the subject's voices. Pupillometers are mechanical instruments that observe and record changes in the diameter of a subject's pupils. Eye tracking monitors are mechanical devices that observe and record a person's unconscious eye movements. Psychogalvanometers are electronic instruments that measure changes in a subject's involuntary electronic skin resistance, also known as the galvanic skin response, GSR. This exhibit summarizes the benefits and limitations of observations. The benefits include the accuracy of recording behaviors, reduction in many types of data collection, and detailed behavioral data. The limitations include difficulty in generalizing findings, inability to explain behaviors, and problems recording behaviors. In business problem situations where secondary information alone cannot answer management's question, primary data must be collected and transformed into useful information. Researchers can choose between two general types of data collection methods, qualitative or quantitative. The main advantage of qualitative data collection methods include economy and timeliness of data collection, richness of data, accuracy of recording marketplace behaviors, preliminary insights into building models and scale measurements, and researchers' training skills from the social and behavioral sciences. In contrast, the main limitations include difficulty in generalizing data findings to larger target groups, difficulty in estimating small magnitude differences of the phenomenon being investigated, low data reliability, difficulty of finding well-trained investigators, interviewers, and observers, and heavily reliance on subjective interpretive skills. Focus group is one type of qualitative data collection methods, brings a small group of people together for an interactive and spontaneous discussion of a particular topic or concept. Other qualitative data collection methods, such as observation, also could be very useful in data collection. Reflection question. Outback Steakhouse is concerned about shifting attitude and feelings about public towards the consumption of red meat. The CEO and founder of Outback Steakhouse thinks that the red meat issues are not that important because his restaurant also serves fish and chicken. Select any two projective interviewing techniques that you feel could be appropriate in collecting data for the above situation. First, defend your choice of your selected projective techniques. Second, describe in detail how each of your two chosen techniques could be applied to the research problem at hand.